Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Breaking Yarn podcast. Today is Saturday, May 1st, 2021. My name is Mikaylee. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm a knitter, crocheter, and yarn dyer. You can find me online at breakingyarn.com or anywhere on social media at Breaking Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have no finished objects, but I do have 3 whips to share, and I'm doing an entire segment featuring all of the Musselburgh hats that I have seen knit in Breaking Yarn, so that will really be fun. My first work in progress is one that you've seen a few times. It is my summer trellis. So I have the yoke done. I did an 18 row fade repeat, and then I did it again into purple, and it's rolling up a lot, so it really needs to be blocked. But I have the body completed. Woo! See if I can even show you. And then it just has a simple 2x2 rib at the bottom. And it's a really tiny rib, which is maybe why it's rolling up so much. I'm not sure. This is a pattern by Jill of Knitterella. And I am using 3 skeins of yarn. It's 100% wool. And I bought this Precoisa base from Knit Picks and then dyed it myself with Kool-Aid. And I did a tutorial on my blog for how to dye the yarn in case anyone else wanted to do this type of fade. So this top color here is 6 packets of cherry Kool-Aid. And then this middle color is 5 packets of black cherry and 1 packet of grape. And then this bottom gorgeous purple color is all grape, 6 grapes. It really needs to be blocked. I worked really hard to get the body done for this episode in time for the filming of this episode. I had a couple of late nights to get it done. It has a really cool high-low, not that you can tell because it's all bunched and rolled up, but it's a little bit longer. Let me see if I can figure this out here. It's a little bit longer in the back than it is in the front, so it has a little bit of a high-low hem, which was cool. I had to do a few short rows for that. Okay, let me see if maybe I can hold it upside down. This is like so rolly, sorry. So I'm holding it upside down so that you can see there's only it's a tiny, maybe 1 inch difference between the front and the back. So really not too big of a difference for the high-low, but it adds just a little bit of length to the back, which I think is my preference for sure on shirts. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to get this it's just so rolled over. But that's that. So hopefully by next episode I can get this one completely finished. I just need to add a little bit of sleeve and bind off there. And then I need to pick up and remove this provisional cast on and do some knitting at the neckline, and then it'll be finished. And obviously it needs to be blocked. But that is a no-brainer. I have 20 grams left to do the sleeves, so they may be short sleeves, which they are anyways. I think they only go to here, but mine may be a little shorter than the pattern calls for, just because I didn't really save enough yarn, I think, for that. And I think I have 20 grams left of the red as well, or close to 20 grams. So I should have enough to do the neckline, no problem. There we go. There's the front. And yeah, so that's my summer trellis by Jill of Knitterella. Hopefully I'll wear it next episode. So my next work in progress is also one you've seen before. It's my sock, my Share a Pair sock from Mandy's Makings. This is, move all these yarns here so you can see the colors. It's this is the colorway is Mardi Gras beads. It comes with 50 grams of this gray and 50 grams of the purpley multicolored one with greens in it. I don't know how well you can see the greens, but it also has a stellina inside, so it's sparkly. And I am doing the vanilla sock on 9-inch circulars by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. That's the pattern and tutorial I'm following. I did how many rows did I do for the cuffing? I think 15. I did 15 rounds for the cuff, and then I'm doing 3 rows of the multicolor, one row of this gray color, because I want to do heels, toes, and cuffs all matching, and I want to make sure that I don't run out of the gray in order to do that. But I actually am really loving the subtle striping. It's a little bit harder to tell, I guess. Not as like stark or obvious, but I really like that. It's kind of more of like a fade almost, but it's really subtle, and I really like that a lot. I am actually done with the leg. I decided to do 50 rounds before starting my heel, and so it's a little bit, there's my, I'm counting every 10 rows like the Crazy Sock Lady suggests, and I have my progress keepers here, so that's how much I did from last episode. Not tons. I really worked hard on getting the body of my summer trellis done, so I just worked on these here and there as I had time. So I'm actually at the point to do the heel, and I'm only a little nervous. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll do it, and it'll be good. But I am a little nervous to do the heel. I don't know. It's all new to me, but at least there's a video tutorial as well. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Springtime in Albuquerque. Gotta love it. Okay. And as I said, this is yarn by Mandy's of Mandy's Makings. This yarn is 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 10% stellina. And I forgot to show that it's in a bag that my friend Leah made for us. She is my Share a Pair buddy, and she is starting a really cute pattern for hers. But she's a little bit more of an experienced sock knitter than I am. So that's that. My last whip that I have to share today is a new one, and you might be surprised that it is crocheted. This is the Playtime Shawl. There we go. Playtime Shawl by Knitty Natty. And I am doing it in breaking yarn, and I have 2 colorways. My Lily of the Valley. Sorry, I had a little bit of yarn barf that I haven't cleaned up yet. My Lily of the Valley and Pink Teddy Bear. And both of these are in my sock fingering base. I think I mentioned it last episode that I'm slowly adding stock to the sock. Stock to the sock. Sock fingering weight yarns. I'm slowly adding my inventory to that as well. So if there's something that you want, let me know if I don't have it. And I can dye it up for you ahead of time, but otherwise I'm just gonna kind of slowly start adding in that. But yeah, those are my color choices. I'm doing the two-tone Playtime Shawl. She did a version like that, I think maybe in 2019. And I've really liked this pattern a lot, so I am giving it a go. This is my first time crocheting a shawl. I have been crocheting for longer than I have been knitting actually, but I feel like I haven't crocheted things like garments, I guess, or accessories. I always would crochet blankets. What are other things that I would crochet? Amigurumi, things like that, things that are easy to manipulate, like, you know, making animals and things like that. So this will be my first kind of accessory to do. But here's my progress so far. It's teeny tiny because I just started it. I actually started it on Thursday night, but I got to the end of this first section and I didn't have the right amount of stitches, and I was like, what did I do? And I was already feeling kind of, you know, I don't think I was doing the increases exactly correctly and all that. So I just ripped it out last night and redid this section 1 here. And I have, she recommends having a removable stitch marker in your center stitch. And then I actually added 2 more onto my end stitches here because I have a tendency in crochet to lose my last stitch. Like, it kind of, when I get to it, I can't see it. It just kind of disappears, and then I don't end up crocheting it, and then I'm off on my count, and, you know, or your blanket goes a little wonky. So I ripped it out, redid it, and I'm being very careful now with my increases and making sure that I get that last stitch in there too. So I think that's helping. I will do my next section in the pink teddy bear, and then after that I'm gonna alternate my Lily of the Valley and pink teddy bear maybe in stripes on the next section, and just kind of play it by ear. I think there's several sections where it would be cool to do like a solid Lily of the Valley, pink teddy bear on the next section, and then striping, and then solid, and, you know, kind of like repeating it that way. And then I'm gonna do the large size because why not? Yeah, so that's that progress there. I'm excited to work on that more and see how that progresses. I am using a G hook. This is just a boy hook. I should probably invest in getting one that has a thicker handle, because I feel like if I did it for too long, this could get uncomfortable, but we'll see. It's a size G6, and then it's 4.25 millimeters. So that's that. I forgot to mention the needles that I'm using for my summer trellis and my socks are both ChiaoGoo Red Lace Interchangeables. The socks, though, I have the little set. I don't think I have it here. I have the little set that has, you know, you can do 9-inch circulars and maybe a little bit longer on those. So I'm enjoying that. I still have the 3-inch needle in my right hand on that, and I'm getting more used to it and it's more comfortable. So the next thing I wanted to show was this book that I got from Knit Picks called Vertex Color Block Projects, and I got it, well, it was on sale for one, but when I saw this tee, the Beak Street tee. I fell in love with that. I love the stripes. I love color blocking in general. I think it's so cool and so pretty. Here's another little, sorry, no, there. Another little picture of that. And this book is cool because it comes with little coloring pages that you can color, like color your colors to see if you're gonna like your color combination that you choose. And they also give you like some other options. Sorry, I'm not holding it right. Some other options for color combinations. I, though, really like the black and white with a pop of color. And so I'm thinking I'll do Lily of the Valley, Jane Margolis, and then I'm debating on the pop of color. What color do you think would look good for the pop of color on that? I'm debating. I think I could go either. Like I could go variegated or I could go tonal. I think maybe crystal meth or hazmat suit. Marie Schrader. What do you think? What do you think would be a good pop of color for the color Beak Street or color street color? Wait, what was it? Let's see. Beak Street tee. The Beak Street tee. So I will link this book down below. And my affiliate link for Knit Picks in case anyone wants to check out this book and see if it's still on sale. They also have this other sweater that I really liked as well. Here's the pictures of it. I really like that a lot. And this one is called Crossroads Pullover. Yep, Crossroads Pullover. And these ones are all knit in Tarja. I have never tried knitting in Tarja before, but I'm gonna find out what it's like because I really want to knit that Beak Street tee. And I think you can purchase the individual patterns as well instead of getting the book. But if you like multiple projects from the book, I think it's worth it to just get the book. And then you have a nice resource too for other projects that are in here. There's some really cool shawls, other sweaters that I'm not a huge fan of the look of them. But I just love all they included coloring sections for every, like literally every pattern has a coloring section so you can test out your color choices. And I just think that's really cool. So I'll link this down below in case you want to check out this Vertex color blocking book. The last thing I wanted to do today was to share some of the cool Musselburgh hats that I have seen knit out of breaking yarn. I've seen quite a few of them, and so I thought it would be fun to just do one big segment and show all of them. All the ones that I have seen. If you've knit one and you want to share it with the community, you can do that on Ravelry. We have a group for this podcast. I'll link it down below. You can share your project for the Musselburgh or any other project that you do using breaking yarn or using my patterns. And I will be picking people from there to feature on my podcast and on my social channels. So the Musselburgh hat it's a pattern by Isolde Teague, and the Crazy Sock Lady did a knit along for it. It ended last month, April 15th. I had submitted the hat that I made for my husband out of Jane Margolis in the quarter round fingering base. I submitted that for that deadline, and I showed the finished object last week on the episode, or on the podcast. So if you want to check out mine, you can go back one episode and check that out. That would be episode 7. So the first Musselburgh hat is by Laura. This is an adult large, and she used gray matter in my quarter round fingering weight base. That just looks so great, Laura. Thank you. The next one is knit by Kathy. She used Breaking Violet, and this is the adult medium in the quarter round fingering weight base. And I love the way that it's striped too. It's so pretty. The next one is from Mary. This is pink teddy bear on half of the hat, and then the other half of the hat is Jane Margolis. So she can actually reverse this hat and wear it either direction, which I think is just so cool, and I love this color combination together. This is an adult medium, and she used quarter round fingering weight. The next one is one that you've seen before. It was knit by Patricia using Jessie Pinkman colorway in my quarter round fingering base, and she knit an adult medium for her son. And I've showed that one on the podcast before, but I love it so much I had to, share it with the Musselburghs. I have another one by Mary, and she used gray matter. She also knit an adult large. This was for her husband. And then I have, obviously, the one from Kay, the one that started it all. She used the Jane Margolis colorway in quarter round fingering, and she knit an adult large for her husband, Eric. Then I saw this one on Ravelry, is knit by Amy. She held Marie Schrader and gray matter double, and she knit the adult medium. So if you hold fingering weight double, it makes it a DK weight yarn, or a double knitting. That's what it stands for. So she probably had a different gauge than just using fingering weight since she was holding them double. But I love the way that it marled together. So I kind of really like that one a lot when I saw it. I thought that was so pretty and very unique, and you can kind of control how the yarns marl together, but if you don't, it kind of has this random look, which is really cool, and I like that. And then the last one I have to share today is also knit by Mary, and she used my Crystal Meth colorway in quarter round fingering, and she knit the adult medium for herself. So I loved seeing all of these Musselburgh hats in the community and on Instagram. Feel free to share any of your projects with me on Instagram. You can email them to me, breakingyarn@gmail.com, or put them in the Ravelry group linked down below. And I just love seeing all of the finished objects from the community. You guys are so talented, and I want to be able to feature you and your makes on my channel and my social platforms. So thank you so much for sharing those, and thank you for giving me Musselburgh hats to share with you. Thank you so much for everyone who knit a Musselburgh hat out of breaking yarn. I loved seeing all of them, and I can't wait to see more. So I think that's it for episode 8 of the Breaking Yarn podcast. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you want to see more, please subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notified every time I have a new video that comes out. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.